What is good, everybody? All right, let me break this down for everybody. Give me 1 second. Let me open up here we go. Let me open up my Chrome. Perfect. There we go. All right. So I guess I should have done this from the beginning instead of throwing out that message, but this is something that I've come across that I've been interested in for a couple of months now, and I've been doing a lot of research. So what I am going to do is I'm going to kind of break down some stuff, show you I guess the overall decision that I ended up going with, and kind of going from there. All right. So real quick, basic information. I'll throw all of these links in this video so that you guys can actually do your own research on it. Okay. Everyone's heard of crypto mining, right? Obviously, some of the mining devices and stuff like that take a lot of consumption from the electricity side. They also take a lot of consumption from the broadband or the internet side. This is not the case, essentially, for helium, and that's what you're doing. Is you're essentially a repeater via hotspot, and you're creating the helium net. So just think of yourself as, everyone knows about cell phones. Everyone knows there's cell towers. Well, the actual companies, whatever company you have for your cell service doesn't actually own that tower. What they're doing is they're paying a fee, right, to the owner of that tower for the purposes of sending out their signal and conducting whatever transactions need to happen on that cell frequency. That's exactly what this is. So on this helium.com, you can come here, you can look at, go through and look at exactly what's going on. Now, I will tell you this. So there are a couple of hotspots that are available out there, right? I went out, I purchased my own personal hotspot, right? And the one I did, you can see them all here. The one I ended up going with was the Bobcat, right? I'll open it up. I'll show you guys. So the Bobcat here, hold on. Oh, now why isn't it? Oh, you know what? It's my Wi-Fi, I think. All right, no worries. So let me just go here, Bobcat hotspot helium. So there we go. All right, you can go online and listen, it's not, I wouldn't advise going on eBay, but you can see on eBay, they're going for like $800. Some of them are ridiculously stupid. They're going for like $1,200, whatever. It is what it is. It's just because there's such a great demand for them. It's like anything. Listen, when the new PS5 came out, yeah, it was selling for $500, but what did people on eBay do? They just hiked it up so you can get it. I really wanted to jump in this, but my firewall's not letting it. But anyway, so the one I went with was the Bobcat Miner. It was just a hair over $400. I bought it, and running it at my location, and everything is dependent on your location. Obviously, a more congested area, you're going to be sharing profits with people in close proximity to you. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to have that spider web or that web, and I'll kind of show you what that all is. And you want to be able to bounce the signal and get full profits out of it. I can tell you that in my area, and again, income claim aside, with all the provisions with it, it is all dependent upon, current market data and all that stuff, right? Helium right now, I believe, is at like $13 and change per coin. So what you're doing is you're getting paid in helium, in HNT. Okay. So obviously, the dollar value or in your currency, wherever you are in the world, is going to be a little bit different. I can tell you living in the United States, US dollar wise, the average profit in my area is, anywhere from like $800 to 12, I've seen it, 16, I've even seen in some locations, the 2000 plus mark per month, right? And it's all dependent upon the transaction and where you are. So I know that on my hotspot, the most in my area that I'm really going to be making is like $1,500 a month, right? 100% profit comes to me. I get paid in HNT, and then, whether I decide to hold on to a portion of that for like investment purposes, because, helium is something that is going to be appreciating, or I just want to go ahead and, most of you guys know how to do crypto. You get paid in a currency. What do? You can change it to a stable coin, US dollar coin, US tether, whatever it is. Or you can just go ahead and sell completely out to US dollar or whatever currency you want and get your profit. I can tell you there are a couple of exchanges right now that allow you to send and receive HNT. For me, I use crypto.com. It's one of the main ones I've had. If you don't have crypto.com, I'll drop, my referral link. You'll get, I think it's like $25 when you sign up for crypto.com through it. But it's a pretty simple process. And especially for those of you guys that know how, especially like the crypto space works, transactions and stuff like that, it's very simple. Okay. So, with my personal hotspot, yeah, I have a top out a dollar amount. I know I'm not going to make more than, $1,500 a month on it, mining my location. But I came across a company, I came across an opportunity, and this is, definitely I'm gonna walk you through it, right? So this opportunity, it's the company invested into a ton of these hotspots. They have them, and what they'll do is they'll ship it to your residence for free. The actual hotspot itself is free. There's no cost to it. Essentially, what they're doing is they're leasing you the hotspot for free. The only thing you're going to have to pay is depending on where you are, you're going to just have to pay the shipping for it. The company's based out of Florida here. I can't tell you exactly what the shipping cost is going to be, but it's a drop ship. So it's nothing outrageous. And you just pay it at the time when it gets shipped to you. Right now, I'm being told that it's anywhere from a 4 to 8 week period for the minute you reserve or request your hotspot to the time it actually gets shipped to you and delivered. But kind of just want to go through it. I want to show you guys exactly what it is, right? So, again, I'll drop the link here so that you can do your own research. You can look about it. It talks about the different types of percentages that you're going to be making. And this is all like automated stuff. Like you're not going to be sitting there doing any calculations. In a nutshell, all you're doing is you're going to be connecting this little hotspot right here. You're going to be connecting it to your router. I mean, you just plug it in. That's it. There is no risk of like intrusion. Like no one's going to be accessing it. It's the same provisions and same firewall, the same internet security that you would have if you just connected your Linksys or your TP-Link or your ACES, whatever kind of router, Wi-Fi router you had. It's the same protection. It's just being introduced into your net. Power consumption, everything I've read, everything I've looked at, everything I can tell you from my personal use, you're not going to notice the power consumption. Some of these actual hotspots that, when you're reading the specifics on it, they're telling you that it's using about the same power as a light bulb. And then internet usage, it's just like another item that you attach to your Wi-Fi. You're not going to see a huge spike in usage at the time from your, bogging down your internet. Yes, it is going to use, it is going to use data. Most of us, I can't speak for everybody, but I can tell you for me, I have unlimited data on my Wi-Fi plan. So I'm not concerned with it. Obviously the more data it uses, the more money you're going to make. So for me, I'm all about have at it, do what it's got to do. So I will drop this link in here so you guys can do your own research. Now, the other thing I'll do is I will give you, I'm going to play this video real quick because it's a whole lot easier. They've already done it. I'll play this video for this company that I found. And again, they're based out of Florida here. And just listen to it. You'll kind of get what's going on with it. And then I'm going to talk and show you guys some more information. All right. So here it is.
Okay, team, we're going to welcome you to the iHub Dynamic Hosting Affiliate Program. We're going to teach you how to level up and where you can own a piece of the people's network, powered by Helium Track, our own proprietary software within iHub. Okay, it all starts, guys, with a free deployment of hotspots. We are a company that sells software to deploy and to manage hotspots, and we deploy hotspots for free, okay? and it's very, very simple to get started. It really just requires three things in the plan. Okay, number one is you can sign up for free, request a hotspot by creating an iHub account. Okay, one iHub account. You need a person or entity to create that account, and you need a hosting real estate address. Okay, those are the three things you need to get started. Okay. From there, you're going to receive an iHub hotspot. After you qualify, we only send hotspots to the best addresses. We give you all the tools to make your address the best. You earn 15% hosting commission on every HNT that miner generates, that hotspot generates for the first 90 days. Okay, there will be a shipping and handling at deployment that the host will pay. Okay, now look at that 25%. How do we go up to 25% after 90 days? So 25% of all the HNT generated from that miner or hotspot can go to that host. Okay, how does that happen? Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But first, we're going to touch on the referral plan, because in the affiliate program, you can also refer others. Okay, friends, family, neighbors, businesses, and they can get their own free deployment on a hotspot, and you get a 10% referral commission for the first 90 days. So whatever that miner generates, you get 10%. You can refer as many people as you want. Okay, the host will get 15%, just like we showed you just a minute ago, in the first 90 days, with the opportunity for that host to go from 15 to 25%. Okay, after 90 days. Okay, we're going to get to that again and what you need to do that. Okay, but here's the cool part. If you refer a person as many as you want, you can go from 10 to 20% after 90 days. And that's huge. So you can get 20% on everybody that you refer, and you go as wide as you want in the affiliate program. So how does that happen? Okay, what do we need to do to get that pay increase between the host and the referrer? Okay, it all comes with helium track mining assessments. Many of you are probably here. Most of you are already here because you had an assessment. So the power of 5 free claimed assessments. So give away 5 assessments and you're off to the races. So you simply use the software. They actually have 10 credits in the free version, so you don't even need to buy anything, and you can send assessments out to your friends and family and get that 10% increase with just 5 claimed free deployment assessments. Okay, 5 claimed free deployment assessments. That means that 5 people said, yes, I want to claim this hotspot, I want to claim this real estate. And then the host goes from gets a 10%, 15% to 25%. That's a 10% increase in pay after 90 days. In turn, because we're creating relationships here that help that host get that done to go to 25%. So they're going to be able to go from 10% to 20% with a 10% increase after 90 days. So that's the dynamics in the compensation plan, the power of 5 claim-free assessment. So very, very powerful, guys. Anybody can do this, and anybody can go to work and get this done. And then after that, you're going to build teams, right? You've already started this. So you can start with your pro team, your bronze team, your silver team, and then your gold team. Okay. And that's simply by referring other people. Just by sharing mining assessments and referring other people, you start to build those teams automatically within the compensation plan. So let's take that first team. This is the first 5 personal active affiliates. That's 5 people that request a free deployment of a hotspot and get one. Those qualify you, and they're qualifying your pro team. And we already know you make up to 20%. If you work with those hosts, get those hosts to do their 5 mining assessments, claim mining assessments, you go to 20%, and they go from 15% as the host to 25%. Okay. Plus, there's a pro team code match. There's another bonus in the pro team that we're going to address at the very end of this presentation. But there's 2 main ways that you get paid on your first 5, your pro team, and that's through up to a 20% referral commission and a pro team match. Okay. Once you filled that team, that means you've got 5. You go on to your 6th person, you begin to build your bronze team. Okay. And that's the next 10 personally active affiliates. So again, somebody requests a free miner, they have a great address, they work on their address, they get free deployment, and the next 10 slots, you earn up to 20% again on a referral commission. And plus you get a 5% bronze code. Remember that code match in the pro team? It's going to start to make sense here towards the end, but you actually get a 5% code match as well on the next 10. And it starts with number 6. I'm showing you the whole team here, but it starts with number 6 as your bronze team. Okay. After you've built out your bronze team, you're going to move on to a silver team. Okay. Again, up to 20% referral commission, depending on how you work with your personals, right? You work with those personal hosts. They're just a host right now. They haven't referred anybody. and you work with them, and they can get up to 15% to 25% with 5 claimed mining assessments, and you actually go up to 20%. But on top of the 20%, up to 20%, you can earn an additional 10% silver code on all 10 of your slots in your silver team. Again, this starts with the first one. So it starts with number 16, okay? But it goes through the next 10 slots, okay? So you got 25 people in your team now, and you're moving on to gold. So your 26th referral, it would starts your gold team with unlimited gold referrals. So there's not 10 slots, there's 100 slots, 200 slots, whatever you want on the gold team. And you make up to 20% referral commission, again, working one-on-one with your personally sponsored. And you get a 15% gold code on top of that on all your personally sponsored, okay? So there's a team of 10, and it goes on to infinity. You can have as many as you want here, okay? Starts with your 26. There's always a race to gold, okay? So let's look at the team structure, kind of an overview slide of what it looks like now, okay? Here's you, and here's your pro team. Those are your first 5. Now I'm gonna go through this, 10 to 20% referral commission. We've covered that. You start at 10 for the first 90 days. You can go up to 20 if you help these people, these personally referred, go and get 5 claimed assessments in the Helium Track software, okay? 5 claimed assessments will give them a pay raise and give you a pay raise. And you get an up to 25% code match, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes, and up to 20% on your personals, just like we just talked about, okay? Bronze team. Okay, and your bronze team, you get 10 to 20% referral commission, the same thing, right? Depending on what you do with your personals, you get a 5% code. So you get up to 25% on all of these people. That's incredible. 25% of all the HNT that your bronze team generates on your personals goes to you, okay? If you work with them and get them to do their 5 mining assessments, okay? Okay, on your silver team, it's 10 to 20% plus a silver code. So you're up to 30% on all 10 of these boxes, these personals that you have placed out there. And then obviously the gold team is up to 35% because 20% potential in referral commission plus 15% gold code up to 35% on all your personals. Again, starts with number 26 and goes to infinity. You could have 100 people in your gold.
Okay, so just to break that down, I'm not going to play the whole video. I kind of just want this is ideally what I just wanted to cover, right? So let's just go and again, all the income, the standard income claims aside and all that, right? I'm just going to use the standard, right? Let's, like I said, in my area, I'm seeing, on average, anywhere from like 800 to 15. I've seen it in the 19, I've seen it 2,200 a month, but let's just say $1,000 a month, right? So if I own my own, personal hotspot, which I do, right, it would be 1,000 a month is typically like what I'm going to be looking at. Okay. And that's it. That's where it stops. Okay. Now with going with this, right, and again, what's the risk, right? We'll talk about what the risk. The risk is obviously for me, it's nothing, right? I mean, I got a free hotspot, and if I choose not to do this anymore, I just send the hotspot back. That's it. There's no, like, I'm not paying anything. There's no investment. There's no cost. There's nothing, right? So if let's just say with the very first place that you're going to be at, right? All right, so I know that I'm going to be getting I'll be getting for my personal hotspot, right? For my personal hotspot, I will be getting 15%, right? So if I was making $1,000 on this hotspot, I'm getting what, $150, right? So I'll be making $150 from my hotspot. But then when I go ahead and if I get 5 people, all right, like I've gotten 5 people to sign up and get their free device, right? Anywhere in the world, doesn't matter where you live, get 5 people, right? So now each one of those 5 people are just going to get their 15%, right? But when I get 5 people, this now bumps up to 25%. So now I'm making my $250 on my hotspot, right? Up to my hotspot. And I'm going at a minimum because it says up to 20%, right? At a minimum, okay, on a minimum, I'm going to be making 10% per person, right? Because the referral commission, right? The referral commission is 10 to 20%, right? So now let's just say the 10%. Well, now I've got 5 people at 10%, right? I'm making $500 off of their hotspots. All right. So now in this tier, I'll be at 750, right? Still a little less than the $1,000 that I was making, right? Still a little less than the $1,000 that I would make 100% profits out of my own. But now when you get over into the next one, so when we have now 10 people, right? These 10 people, okay. My personal now is, this is where I jump in, and I'm sorry, I guess I didn't say when I passed the 5, but so we started at the 15, right? The 15% here. Okay. This is where we go to the 25% now. Okay. Once we get the 5 people in, and we now get to the bronze side of this, right? Now I'm making $250 on my, you know, my block, or however you want to call it. And now, you know, at minimum, right? At minimum, I'm making the 10%. I'm not even going to worry about like all these like silver codes and stuff, because that's added stuff, right? I'm just talking about minimum. At minimum, I'm going to be making the 10% from everyone's hotspot. And let's just say, hypothetically, everyone makes the $1,000 a month at, you know, HNT in their hotspot. Well, now I'm making $1,000 out of all of these 10 in my bronze team, plus my 250. So I'm making 1,250. So I'm already over what my personal hotspot was going to make. Okay. And I mean, most of you guys know, listen, I'm not a marketer. I am not. Listen, most of you guys know I'm a trader, right? I love to trade. I have, you know, I love cryptocurrency. I love investing in it. I love trading it. And I just started to really outsource and diversify my income, right? It's all about finding that passive income. And for me, when I saw this opportunity, I was like, oh, you know what? What's the risk, right? Like, what at the end, what if everything goes bad, what happens? Nothing. I didn't lose any money, right? And if for people that, you know, especially like, you know, people that don't truly understand what's going on with this, I mean, it's very simple. That's, you know, you're in a community of people, like, you know, if you fall under my, you know, under my my team, you know, you've got someone like me who's going to be helping you along the way. If there's issues, I can get you the resources, or I can get you the knowledge to either rectify what you need to do, or give you some more, you know, some more information to kind of further what you need to do. All right. So now, all right. So we're at this point, we're at 1,250, right? We're at 1,250 is what I'm making just by having 10 people put a free hotspot in their home. All right. And then if we move over to the silver side, okay, so now I'm up to 30%. So, you know, I'm making off that $1,000 a month thing, I'm making $300. Okay. And now on this side, right? On this side, when I get here, I'm making 10% per right unit. So now if I have on that side, if I have, let's just say I've got 20 people under me, right? So out of those 20 people, right, and I'm getting 10%, I'm already up to $2,000 just on the referral side, plus my 300, right? So for me, it was just worth it. I can make the income is definitely going to be higher than if I just stuck to my own personal hotspot. Okay. And obviously, like, where, you know, why is a company giving us a free hotspot? Well, just look at it, right? I mean, look at the amount of money that they are personally making, right? By, you know, purchasing the hotspots, getting the information out there, and getting people to essentially, right? That's what they're doing, is they're using my home to make their income, but they're going to give me a lease fee. And I'm okay with that. Right? I'm okay with that, because like I said, the most that I can make is whatever my one hotspot's going to produce. But if I can be in a position now where I can get other people in the same position, and I can start taking proceeds from that, that's where that web kind of expands. All right. So, you know, I'll definitely drop a link so you guys can read more on it. I'm not going to talk much more on like this comp plan, because like I said, I'm not a marketer. I don't care about like the whole, you know, MLM, you know, the pyramids. I don't, you know, I don't. So, but this to me was just another way that I can make passive income without doing too much work. All right. So this is essentially what you know, I'll drop in here for this plan. The other thing, right? The other thing that I wanted to talk about, right, was, you know, I'm going to drop my referral link. Essentially, you know, if you want to join, it's pretty simple. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to put a credit card info, nothing. Email address, name, and your actual mailing address is all you need to do. You'll create an account. by doing join now with my link. And then from there, this is what it comes into. You open up your dashboard, right? This is your dashboard. There's a couple of videos in here, talking about how, what it essentially this is, how it works. If you want to jump on Zoom calls, they do Zoom calls every week on helping you grow your own little net, right? And then it's pretty simple from there. Like what you do is this, like you could see there's my affiliate sign up page, right? So like I'm going to post this in my YouTube page. If you guys want to join it. Once you join and you want to get people into it, then you'll go into your dashboard here. You'll copy this and you'll just send them that, right? And I'll kind of talk about like where, and how you're actually going to get these, these items or these hotspots to people in their homes, right? So out of this, and again, just, real quick, you can see like under tools and training, right? There's some training videos that you can open up. It'll go through, how to use everything, how to use the app, how to use the planning hotspots, how to set up your Helium wallet, right? Because that's how you get paid. You want to set up your wallet, right? So for me, you have Helium has its own app. You go into it and, you copy and paste your personal Helium wallet into your back office down here so that you get your paid, your commissions. And then obviously the compensation training video is in here as well. Right. But this is stuff that I can help you out with. We can do Zoom calls on it and kind of break it down. But what I do want to do is get into the Helium track. So the first thing you want to do is like when you sign up, you want to reserve a hotspot. So how do you do that? Well, first thing, let's get into the Helium track. So when you click on this Helium app right here, it brings you to your Helium track, and this is part of that dashboard. And you can see all of the hotspots, right? It is globally, right? Obviously, South America doesn't have a lot, but that means that you may be in a good position to really earn some income. This isn't about where there is more, right? The more hotspots, the more profit sharing you have to do, right? So if I have on my street where I live, if there's 4 hotspots, essentially I'm sharing profits with those 4 people. That's why it fluctuates between, in my area, between like $800 and $1,500. I live in a very congested part of the United States in sunny South Florida, right? If you are more in a rural area, that's actually going to benefit you more. Right. So you can see what essentially you're doing is, you'll put your address right in here. Okay. So let's just put in, let's just put in here. I'll tell you what, let's just go to Port St. Lucie, Florida. It's where I used to live. Right. We can go right in here, type it in, and you can actually put your actual address. And what it'll do is you'll see, okay, so there's some clusters here, right? There's clusters and you can see the hexagon. So these are actually, when you see a green piece, these are actually people that have them set up. So I can click on it and, I think the hardest part about this entire venture is going to be coming up with a name for your device, right? You can see them all down here. Harsh Pearl Piranha, Basic Berry Lizard. You just got to come up with a 3-word name. And you can click here, go to view details, and it'll tell you, okay, so this person here, they are synced, right? They are producing 0.94 HNT every day or every 24 hours. And it's $12.85 is what they're making. In the last 7 days, they've made $42. And in the last 30 days, $183. So what this is telling me, it's a brand new hotspot. They don't have a lot of data in there, right? So all the blue ones are that. Let me just see. So and you can, hold on. Let me just see if I can find one here that's been active for a while. No, this one's only 61. Hold on. Let's see. I guess I should have had a couple. These are all new ones. You can kind of tell. So they're only 42. Yeah. So this has been up for less than a week. Let's see this one here. Hold on. And again, you can click on this and go, yeah, these are all very, very new. Let me just see. Hold on. Let's go. Yeah, these are all new. My bad, guys. Hold on. So Port St. Lucie obviously is very new. They've just started throwing some up in here. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go to Vero Beach, Florida. Let's check this one out. Here we go. Oh, yeah. So there's a bunch of clusters in here. You can see all of these in here, right? So we can come over here. Let's take a look. What are the active All right. So the active hot pink flamingo has made, they're averaging 1.36. And you can see up here in the top right, 1369 is the current price of HNT. In the last 7 days, they've made $170. And in the last 30 days, they've made, 106 HNT, which is equivalent of $1,451. Okay. So obviously, a lot of new hotspots have come out. You can just pick all of them. What I mean? And that's the goal. What you want to do is you don't want to have a hotspot within 300 meters of you, right? Because then you're going to be sharing the data. But essentially, these are all just repeaters. You can just pick any one of these. I don't know what the Dandy Hickory. So Dandy Hickory crab has produced, averaging about $16 a day, $200 a week. And you can see in the last 30 days, they've comprised $1,300 in profit. So out of this, like I said, if this was me, I would get right off the bat at my first level, I'd be getting only 15% of this, right? So, I'd be getting in the neighborhood of probably $145 just on this unit. But again, I didn't pay for this. I didn't do anything for this. It's just $145 that I'm going to get. And then if I have 5 people beneath me that are making 1301 as well, guess what? I just made $130 for person number 1. Person number 2, I made 130. Person number 3, I made 130. 4, 130, and 5, I made 130. Right? It's that simple. So, for me, this was just a way of honestly just making some decent money. All right. When you do have people under you, it's pretty simple. You just go plan a hotspot, right? You put in their location, whatever their address is. You put in their name, an email address, and a phone number. Because when you hit agree and you hit plan hotspot, you're going to send them that actual assessment, right? You got to send, you need to do 5 assessments that need to be approved so that you can get that next ranked tier. Okay. And it's pretty simple. They get the information, they could sign up right from there. All right. And it's pretty cool because you can actually see all the information in here. All right. It's globally, right? It's globally. For those of you guys in Europe, right? Let's just see, where is here. Hold on. Let's just we'll go to London, right? Let's just go here, man. There's a lot in here, but let's just see. Okay. So, you find your address, whatever, it'll tell you pretty much what your potential is going to be. So in London, right? London, whoever the attractive atheist Wren made, $20 equivalent in 24 hours, 209 this week, and it's up to $1,700 in the last 30 days. All right. So this is globally, it's everywhere. If you do want to sign up on it, and go through it, absolutely. It's worth it in my opinion. The next thing, I talked about the whole dashboard and this is stuff that you can just honestly just go through and look at. All right. It's pretty self-explanatory, but what you want to do is you want to reserve your hotspot, right? So when you log in for the first time, you come over here to reserve hotspot and you just put all your information in, right? Put your information and then you click reserve hotspot. All right. And there's nothing due. Right? There's nothing due. Now you do see, like I said, there's a $49 processing fee. That's the drop ship payment, right? You're just gonna have to pay for the shipping when it's ready to get shipped. And it's, everything I've been told right now, it's anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. Okay. Is the time it's going to take. So realistically, that's the only payment you're ever going to have to make is the shipping payment. Okay. And then, like I said, you can come into that map. And if obviously this is specific to if you sign up, right? If you don't sign up and you just want to take a look at stuff, okay, I'm going to drop this link as well. It's explorer.helium.com. You can access it. And all you got to do is you literally can just put in your address right in here for hotspots. So it'll show all of the hotspots in the world. So right now there's currently 111,000 hotspots, right? A lot, and obviously the hardest part about this is just making sure that your hotspot stays online. Okay, it's that simple. But you can just come, you can find your address. I'll just go right here to Florida where I live. Just find your address. You put in your address and it'll tell you the area around you and what people are making. So let's just go here. Let's just go right in here. I'll go into this cluster. All right, and let's see. Do we have any hotspots? Give me 1 second. So we do have, right? There's 2 hotspots in here and you can see they're not producing a lot. So I'm guessing they're very, very new. We can come over here and let's just click on it. So, this one here in the last 30 days, right, has made 38 HNT. And you can just kind of go through all of these, it kind of gives you a glimpse, again, it's all dependent upon where you live. The more clusters you have, the more sharing of information, the less you're going to produce, right? But again, it is free. I mean, I personally didn't have to pay any money into this other than the shipping fee. That's it. So it was worth the investment for me. And like I said, I will drop some more information. I'll drop this as well. This is the group that I am in. It gives you a basic introduction. It gives you how to set up your device, how to order the device, because that's the most important. The first thing you want to do is order it, because like I said, it's 4 to 6 weeks. All right. Kind of walks through the back office overview once you sign in, how to use the Helium Track app. And again, it's pretty simple, right? It is pretty simple. You literally, you plug it into your router, it automates everything. And then when you get paid, the only thing you're doing is, in my case, right, I get paid to my back office, to my HNT wallet. And then from there, I just transfer that over to my crypto.com account and I'm done, right? I can either, keep the HNT, I can, swap it to a stable coin. Heck, I could swap it to any coin I want, or I can cash it out for US dollar. All right. Hopefully that kind of answers the question. Again, there is no payment. They're not going to ask you when you sign up. They're not asking you for a credit card information. There is no payment. The only thing that you'll need to do is when your hotspot is ready to get shipped, you're just going to have to pay the shipping cost, the drop ship cost. Okay. And it's all dependent upon where you are in the world. So I can't really tell you, I know in my case, it was $49. That's all I had to pay. But other than that, in my opinion, it's right on point. Now, there is a thing that you'll see in here about ordering an antenna. The unit comes with an antenna, right? There are upgraded antennas that you can buy depending on where you live. Obviously, if you're in a very mountainous range, if you live, I can only speak about like in the US, like if you live in the Rocky Mountains in the middle there, you're probably going to have to upgrade your antenna to get a better signal. But that's stuff that you can do, and you don't have to necessarily buy it direct from the company. You can buy it on eBay. You could buy it wherever. You just got to make sure that it's the right antenna for the hotspot. All right. That being said, listen, hopefully this kind of explains it a little more. If you guys are interested, I'll drop my link in the YouTube channel here. You can sign up. You can message me directly on Instagram. You can message me on Discord. I'll try to answer the questions. It is Friday. It was NFP today. I am in a couple GN trades, so I'm just kind of managing those and we'll see how they play out. But other than that, thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, just hit me up. All right. That is all I got. Have a good one.